Hey everyone, this is Lenny with Literary Gladiators, and I am back. It's been a while, but here I am for the review of Song of Susannah, which is the sixth book in the Dark Tower series by Stephen King. Now, this book, probably one of my least favorites out of the series. What happens is this book almost feels like it's like an extension of the previous book, Wolves of the Calla, which was book five. Almost like he had such a big book with Wolves of the Calla, and then this story should have wrapped it up. It wasn't written that way, I'm sure, but that's just what it feels like to me. It's almost like a supplement book. This one is probably my least favorite out of the entire series. So if you've read the books along the way, or you've maybe caught up, or you're just reading my reviews because you think I'm witty, which is probably not the case, I will say right off, this is kind of a spoiler sort of review. So Susannah is the wife of Eddie Dean, who we met in book two. We also met Susannah in book two, and she gets pregnant with earlier in the books when they were trying to get Jake into the world with them from New York City. So she gets pregnant because she gets, I don't know that raped is the right word, but maybe basically by a demon or a spirit. And then now she's pregnant, and there's so Susannah has had these multiple personalities, and a new one comes up, which is the mother of the baby that she's carrying, and her name is Mia. Okay, so if that wasn't weird enough, so basically, Song of Susannah picks up right after Wolves of the Calla, after they, again, spoilers, after they defeat the wolves, which are like these Doctor Doom type characters, and Mia, who is the new personality for Susannah, takes Susannah and basically says, I'll help you win this if right after we can leave and go to give birth to my baby. Because the bad guy, who is at this point should be known as the Crimson King, they want this baby for a specific reason. They created this baby for a specific reason. Basically, it's for the death of Roland, who is our hero of the story. So they end up in New York. The team kind of splits up, and what this does is, for me at least, we watch movies and television shows where it's kind of that big ensemble cast, like The Walking Dead. It's a whole group, right? Me, the stories tend to not be as exciting or interesting when those characters have to split up for whatever reason. And that's kind of what I feel like here. There's like different teams doing different things in order to pursue the Dark Tower, which is the ultimate goal. But they also want to save Susannah. So for me, it kind of has that. Like we have these characters over here doing whatever they're supposed to, these characters over here doing whatever they're supposed to. And then, of course, they end up getting back together and saving the day in the long run. So Song of Susannah, it's good, but for me, it is the weakest in the entire series of the Dark Tower books. It's kind of all I got for now. You're gonna see when you see my next video, I'll be dressed the same because I'm doing these one after the other. But that way I won't wait too long. But the next one is the final book, The Dark Tower. The Dark Tower. It's book seven, which is actually called The Dark Tower. So if you haven't caught up to this point in the books, if you're reading along, I would definitely catch up because a lot to talk about with The Dark Tower, and there will be, well, plenty of spoilers on that one, especially with the ending, because I mentioned earlier in this series that I'd be talking about the ending and then touching on the movie that came out with Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey. So this is our wrap up, basically the next video. So catch up. All right, everybody, have a great day, and we will see you next time. Bye bye.